Well, this week we saw a little bit of choppiness, a pretty big down day on Wednesday, while the economic numbers came out pretty benign. They came in at right about where they expected. The ISM services, ISM manufacturing, inflation numbers, factory orders, vehicle sales, all those numbers came in about what everybody expected them to come in. And now, of course, the big number was the jobs added. ADP felt that we produced a little over 200,000 in jobs, and the official number will be coming out tomorrow morning, and it'll probably be in line too. The big worry seemed to be that came up again is Europe. Spain had a huge bond offering that didn't do so well. The interest rates rose quite sharply, and Italy's and France interest rates are rising, so there's a little bit more worry about that, and probably justifiably there should be worry about that. We've had a very good first 3 months of the market, and it's, people will point to different things to say that that's the reason why the market's correcting, but the market just needs a correction of an overbought situation. So I don't think we should worry about it too much. Still, the issues will be in Europe. France is having elections right now, end of April, in May, they're going to have elections. And, there's talk about raising taxes to 75%, and the effective tax rate will be close to 90% on the wealthy there, and increasing spending because it's an election. Socialist system. That's exactly the opposite thing that should be going on for them to recover, for all of Europe to recover. Germany's done the opposite and lowered taxes and slowed down spending a few years ago, and their economy is working fine. They have half of the unemployment rate that France does. So, that's going to be a big worry for the market, because that tells us, depending on who gets elected in France, if they're actually serious about getting on top of their debt. And if they don't get on top of their debt, that will throw Europe back in the fire, and everybody else is going to worry about it, and it's going to affect us, both our market and economically. Now, economically, it hasn't affected us very much. The European problem hasn't, but it has affected us. But from a stock market point of view, it could be pretty bloody if Europe does not continue to address the issue of debt. And by the way, we're not that far down the road behind them in our debt, so we have to address it as well. But for the time being, it looks like we might be heading into a correction. May not. We've had this before. But we are going to have a correction. It's just when. And then it's going to be how much. And I think it's going to be fairly soon, and probably about 10%. Don't know for sure. No one knows for sure. But you stay with the market, maybe do a little hedging, maybe produce a little cash, protect yourself.
The Invest Talk Update is a monthly briefing that gives you a snapshot of the past month's market, along with other useful perspective and information. You'll see important articles like Protecting Your Investments Against Scam Artists, excerpts from Steve's book, links to the month's Invest Talk talking points, plus news of upcoming Invest Talk events in your area. And it comes free each month to your email box. To get your subscription, just go to investtalk.com and click on the icon at the top of the page.